What ho and wakey and good morning. It is Rise and Shine of an Odyssey Wednesdays. I'm John Garlick. I'm here with Susan Shipman.
Hey.
We got old Jeff on the floor. Who's in the booth this morning?
Yeah, Jason.
Jason's in the booth, and we got Lucy live in the audience.
Yes.
Say hi, Lucy.
The studio audience.
And today is Wednesday.
It is
Wednesday, right?
It is October the what? Second.
October
Yes,
the 2nd.
It is.
Rabbit. One day late. Right. All the world is still together. Right? And we've got food.
We have food.
We've got food.
We have food.
This is the show that says, hey, what are we eating?
And you too can do this.
What are we
right?
eating?
Well, today we are going to prepare steak fingers.
Steak fingers?
I worked at the Landing Restaurant in Tuscaloosa for a million years, and this was one of the items on the bar food menu, and they were fabulous. And it's made with chopped steak that is breaded and fried, and really good stuff. I always loved that there. And then we're also going to use our new tool.
That's scary.
Yes,
What
this
is
is
that
heavy duty. It's going to cut our stuff with like a dill pickle. It's got little waves
Like a
in it.
dill
It's like kind
pickle.
of like a handheld mandolin.
So that's
and so
Did you say a handheld mandolin?
mandolin.
Okay.
Yes. Not to be confused with the Mandalorian.
It looks more like a washboard, like a mini washboard.
Oh, there you go, Barbie clothes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What did
Yeah,
you say?
I guess
Barbie
you could,
clothes?
Barbie clothes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking the musical instrument.
Oh.
Watch here. Let's. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
that was
good.
fun.
But we can do that too.
We can do that too.
We can use
so
these tools to do whatever
when you
we
were
want.
at the whatever restaurant that was,
The
for
Landing Restaurant.
The Landing Restaurant.
Yes.
You made Brontosaurus steak chicken fingers because you said you were there for a million years.
I didn't make them, actually. I just helped eat them. Oftentimes when delivering, yes, oftentimes when delivering a plate from the window to the lounge, a steak finger might disappear. And so that is how we learned how lovely they were. Okay, and so we're going to use this new dilly do on our squashes, which are also going to be breaded and deep fried. I brought 2 things of oil because I wasn't really sure how much we were going to need to do this.
Is that olive oil?
It is not. It's canola oil, and it is cleverly labeled on the top so that 6 months from now, when I go to use this, I'll be like, what the heck is that? I don't remember those things. So we got a label on here.
For the date.
Yes, when I put it in the jar, we have a label here that is our breading mixture. Mustard has a label. The honey has a label, sour cream, and horseradish. So if I label everything, then I'm going to do a better job of not poisoning someone and also keeping up with what the heck. This pan that we're using today is from the Granny collection. This was one of Granny's pans, and it's a heavy weight so that it's going to evenly distribute the heat in the oil, and that's important.
It is important.
Yes, and so we've got the Chef Master portable butane stove ready to go. We're not ready to turn that on yet.
But you can order for yourself on the Oven Odyssey website.
You can.
There's a link to order.
There is. It's available on Amazon. The price has gone up considerably since we made our first purchases, but that's okay. We're all set here, and the butane fuel cans last a lot longer than we had thought that they would. So, we're going to make the steak fingers, and we're going to do another. We're having the fried food group today.
Fried food.
Fried food group. Fried food group. Fried food group. Yes.
With canola oil.
Yes.
What's
with
the other
canola.
jar? More canola oil.
More canola oil because I wasn't sure.
No olive oil though. Lucy likes olive oil.
If we're sautéing, we're going to use olive oil. But if we're frying, we're going to use canola oil or peanut oil.
Because of
the burn rate.
The higher burn.
Yes, this is better for a higher temperature, and I haven't ever actually deep fried anything in olive oil. I'll have to practice that and see what happens. And we use peanut oil at home in the big box, huge 3-gallon or something. It's really
hard to drill
heavy
those peanuts with the little thing you drill into
it
them
is.
and the oils.
You're right. It is very difficult. That's why it's so expensive. But in deference to those that might have a peanut allergy, we're going with the canola oil. It holds up really well under heat. We recycle this oil. I'm not going to throw this away after today. I'll strain it and I'll use it again. But I'll label what was cooked in it so that I will know. Yeah.
How long can you do that? Strain and reuse
until it's burnt up. You can really tell by the product that you get out of it that the oil is done. Cool. It'll get a lot darker colored.
I wonder how many people do that, because I don't know that I ever knew to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to throw the oil out. It's really expensive to do it that way, and saving that for the next thing that you're going to fry is a super better idea.
Well, and that's conserving is a good idea because of all the dock strikes we got going on. We might want to have ways of conserving what we have.
Any day and every day.
Any day and every day.
Because I don't want to throw money away.
No.
We have to work for that. And
so be sure to reuse your cooking oil.
Yes. And you put it in a container that's not going to melt or crack. I can put this back in this mason jar while it's still hot, and it's not going to crack open because the mason jar is designed to take hot items. And so there you go. Yes.
Right.
And so we've got a zucchini here.
Zucchini.
And then we have a yellow squash. That is a straight neck squash. No, these did not come from the garden. I did not kill the cow that the meat came from. Let's see.
These are not farm fresh, right?
They are not exactly. No, I don't have an orange tree.
You don't?
I don't. But what we do have,
you have a lemon
here,
tree?
I do not.
I hear they're
my
very
gynecologist does. You're welcome. The mixture that we're going to use to bread we'll just stay on the porch. To bread the chopped steak, this is about a half a pound of chopped steak. You can find this in any meat case that you frequent in any grocery store, and if you can't, then you need to go to a different grocery store. The not on camera today is a mom that I picked up at Johnson's. It was a little too much for the table, but
it is very pretty.
Isn't it lovely? Johnson's in Jacksonville. I walked in the door and I really had no plans to be purchasing anything but what was on my list. But the chrysanthemums are just lovely.
Jeffrey, the floor manager, is awesome. He's got the camera on the mums. Look at that. Mm-hmm.
He's the best.
He is the best.
He is absolutely the best.
And look at the color. You placed that right in front of the blue background.
That's
gorgeous.
Just on the table over there. So that's how that worked out.
Well
anyway,
placed.
They're very well priced also for chrysanthemum. I can't grow those myself.
No.
Okay, so let's get started on what we're going to do. And we're going to start with the stuff. We're not going to start with the meat. We're going to start with the vegetables and the fruit. This fruit is going to be for our decoration on the plate because why? We eat with our eyes first. And so we're going to see
You're making me
if
nervous.
we can do. Why am I making you nervous?
You got your fingers.
Not to fret. I'm right over here.
Okay.
Not to fret. So I'm going to try this bad boy and see what it does. Look at that.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's nice. That's okay. Well, it'll be more important with that and it will be easier with that.
That's nice.
It doesn't seem to really want to go through all of this orange.
Well, it doesn't look very sharp.
Okay. Well, it's not very sharp because if it were very sharp, I would hurt myself. Okay, so that's not going to work for the orange, and that's okay.
That's okay.
The cutting boards that we're using today are, I don't even know if they still make these things. I discovered these, and I used to use them all the time because you can just throw them away. When I get it contaminated with the meat, I can put it in the trash can and not worry about that. And so this is a Saran product, and you're welcome for the plug there, Saran.
That's cool.
It is
These
cool.
would go well on top of a cutting board too, right?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah,
and then you've got the firmness of the surface, and then also the disposable dealy-do. Dealy-do. So we're just going to put these nice orange slices out on our plate because they're pretty.
Aww.
Yeah. That's going to attract up our plate a little bit. Yes. And then orange, I will see you later. We will use you again. Go right over there. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to eat that. That's a
You know,
not
if
a
you
bad
go
thing.
to culinary school, do they teach like plating design, or is that just?
Absolutely,
I would
yes.
think they would.
Yeah. That that really is a huge part of serving food. Not just in a restaurant, at home too. It's good to have different colors on the plate. If you have a bunch of different colors on the plate, that means that you're doing a good job of eating the vegetables that you need to eat. You should have 3/4 of your plate in vegetables, and only 1/4 of the plate would be meat stuffs. And my doctor, not the OBGYN, says that to me every time I'm at his office. I'm like, okay, Dr. G, I got that.
Why would he do that? Why
I
does
don't
he
know.
say that
I'm
to
his
you
like his
every
star
time you're there?
pupil because his memory's going bad. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So let's make our sauce first. And
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that because we've got time to do that and not really time to start on the other thing. I've got sour cream right here, and just because I can, I'm going to measure this so that maybe this will turn into a recipe
for the
that
book.
can be duplicated.
We have
Yes.
got to be working on that book, by the
Yes.
way. People are
So
wanting it.
we are starting with 2 tablespoons of sour cream.
Yep.
Any old sour cream will do the job. You don't need to, spend $1 million on the sour cream.
But not mayonnaise.
Not mayonnaise, sour cream.
Sour cream.
Yes. It has a way different flavor
It does.
from mayonnaise. It doesn't have any added salt, and because we'll do that ourselves.
Aha.
All right, so 2 tablespoons of that. We're gonna shake the mustard up a little bit. Mustard separates,
Shake,
and you don't
shake,
want that
shake.
wet stuff all in here. But we want the mustard in. Okay, so stand back. This is just regular yellow mustard.
Regular yellow mustard.
Regular yellow mustard. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of that.
So, is there another color mustard besides yellow mustard? I know we call it brown mustard.
yeah.
But I mean, it looks yellow. It's just a little different
Okay.
color.
Well, there's
yellow.
not purple mustard or.
Okay, so why don't we just, it's like we call it brown mustard. It's all mustard.
Well,
What's that, honey?
it is honey, maybe.
Did that come from a local honey?
It did. This is Crook's honey from the
Crook's
Crook's Honey Farm, bee farm.
Okay. Where
It's
are
a
they?
little bit. They are in Calhoun County. I don't know exactly where they're located.
A lot of people are making honey.
A lot of
Aviary.
bees are making
Is that
honey.
what do they call bee?
Look it up.
I'm not gonna. Lucy, look it up.
So
What do you call bee people?
Bee people.
Aviaries? That's not right. Anyway, I don't think that's right. Anyway, we got lots of bee people.
Look it up, bee people. Okay, the honey is
Not we gotta
coming
heat it
out.
up.
I don't have a heater. A beeologist. There you go, miss. That's
I
why
don't think
you
that's-
are the best person in the audience. The best person in the audience. Yes.
So
that is awesome.
biologist is the buzzword for bee people.
Making me
Take
tired.
that to your
Okay,
gynecologist.
and then we're also going to add some horseradish. We're going to be gentle with the horseradish because it's got a lot of poof to it.
Poof?
So yes, it's got a lot of
Poof?
chutzpah. So we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of that. And that.
Horseradish.
Yes.
There it is.
All right, very good.
A lot of rhythm going on this
Thank
morning.
you, thank you. Keep us kicking. All right, we're going to put a little bit more honey in when the honey gets ready
Honey
to
gets
be
warm.
in.
It's dripping out. The honey is dripping. That's okay.
It's okay. It is.
So,
All right, so this is going to be a
and this is
nice
the
color.
This is the sauce. Is that what you said?
This is going to, we're
gonna be
going
the sauce,
to
okay.
use this for dipping if we choose. It's going to have a little bit of zip to it because we put the horseradish in it. And the honey just adds a nice flavor as
That
well.
spicy versus sweet kind of thing.
Yes.
Is a nice combination.
Yes, it is a nice combination. So in you go to the pretty
The pretty little
dish,
bowl.
and we
dish.
may garnish with some honey.
Garnish with honey?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Yeah, you can garnish with a liquid. I was going to put it in the little squirty jar and decorate the plate underneath,
Yeah.
but
That just sounds messy.
getting it into the squirty jar, yes, would be quite the feat.
Well, I'm sure
Wipe
everybody
that
is
off right
aware
there,
that
Granny Lucille.
when honey gets like crystallized, that you can just stick the jar, if it's heat proof,
Yes.
in a pan with water and
You can.
heat it up. But the goal is to heat up your honey, and it will
Liquefy.
Yeah, reliquify. Uncrystalline.
Uncrystallized, yes. You
And
can
be
put it in the
usable.
microwave for,
Put it in the-
20 seconds. And that will work,
Beekeeper.
too.
There's another word besides beekeeper. What is it?
Ape, that's it, apiary.
Apiaries.
That is
That's
it.
what it is.
That is it.
Apiarists run
Apiaries, okay.
apiaries, which is where the
So-
bees go.
We-
Anticipate.
All right, there is our...
Okay, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break while our honey comes out of the honey jar. And stay with us here on Oven Odyssey. Rise and shine. Whoa!
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery in Oxford is the area's leading auto body shop, serving Anniston, Oxford, Talladega, and surrounding areas since 1996. They specialize in auto body repair and refinishing, paint correction, paintless dent repair, towing, and so much more. For all of your auto body needs, contact Hughes Paint and Body Works Towing and Recovery at 256-835-1170. Also online at HughesPaintandBody.com.
I'm Alan Parnell, with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
What ho and rise and shine. We are back with Oven Odyssey Wednesday.
We are.
So good to be here with you finally again.
Yes.
So we
yes,
have
and
our
tickled to be here. This is a
Who's tickling
combination.
you?
This is what we're going to bread our steak fingers and also our squashes with, and it is a combination. It's a half and half. Gluten-free flour, which is King Arthur's 1-for-1, and also home ground oat flour. I take old-fashioned oats and put them in the food processor and grind the heck out of them.
As opposed to the big grinding wheel.
Definitely opposed
Run
to the
by
big
the
grinding. I don't
watermill.
have one of those.
You don't have a watermill on the farm?
Not yet.
That's too bad. I
We're
think you should
working
have
on
one.
that, actually. We're working on that. So, and then I'm going to use my wire whisk to make sure that I've got this all mixed together well so that it sticks on my stuff like I want it to.
Okay.
Okay, and so we're going to try this with this.
The experimenting with this thing again.
Yeah, we're going to go kind of long ways.
Oh.
So we'll have a bigger piece.
That's interesting.
See, isn't that great?
Now that does a great job.
Right?
Little waffling.
There you go.
It's a waffler.
I'll go with that.
I don't know why that's That's really
so
cool.
It is pretty
It
cool.
doesn't work on the oranges, but it does work
Right,
on
the squashes.
on the squashes,
And it'll
yeah.
work on cucumbers if you wanted to make some
waffly cucumbers.
pickles.
Pickles. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Pickles.
And so we're going to do that with
Squashy
the
thing.
yellow squash also.
That's very. Do we have one of those, Lucy? We don't.
I happen to have an extra.
Well, you probably
It came in
need
a
a couple.
two-pack.
They come in a two-pack.
It did come in a two-pack,
Really?
I believe.
What a deal.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We should
so
go through our
that is
drawers in
going
the
to-
kitchen and see what all we have.
Going through your drawers.
We've got
That's
all
a
kinds of
thing
stuff.
too, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so you're shaking that up. Is
Yeah,
it-
just get it on both sides, and then I'm going to take it out and put it on this little thing,
Okay.
and it'll be ready to go in the oil. We're going to stick one in a second here and
Okay.
see if the oil is hot.
It looks like it might be a little
It's
hot.
starting to get there, isn't it?
Okay, it's got flame.
And so I didn't put
Yeah.
any milk or anything on this egg or anything to make it stick on, because it's not really the breading that we're
Now, that's
interested
just the
in.
flour, right?
Yeah,
Or is
that's
there's
the flour
nothing else in it?
and the oat. Correct. It's
Okay.
just the gluten-free and the home milled
Home-milled
oat flour.
Flour.
Yes.
in the food processor.
Yes.
They say
And
word processor.
word
not,
processor.
Not enough
Some
coffee
days
this
we
morning.
need to do it like that.
Yeah.
So this then is a gluten-free appetizer
Now,
or dinner.
are the silly question perhaps, but are the vegetable thingies there gluten-free as
yeah,
well?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They just normally are anyway?
Yes,
You
yes,
can't-
they are.
You can't grow them. They're just grown.
They just grow that way. They just do it
Hey,
themselves.
when I was a kid, we weren't
See,
talking about gluten.
I know. You know, gluten is a product of flour, and it's like a paste kind of in your veins and your digestive tract, which is why so many people are have issues with it, because it just doesn't necessarily let everything move through like it ought to for some people. And so, you know, going gluten-free has helped a whole lot of people with their digestive tract issues. And so we
go
are
gluten-free.
tickled to accommodate folks that have issues with gluten. So I'm so happy that
So
we're
what is
able to do
you
that.
may not be able to answer this, but
I might
it's-
be able to answer it, just not make the
Well,
truth.
okay, there you go. So some people have a problem with gluten,
Mm-hmm.
and some people don't. So what is it about their systems that is different?
You would have to ask
Your gynecologist.
your gynecologist about that, because I don't have an answer for you.
That's
Let's
too
slide
bad.
one of these babies into the grease and see what our temperature.
Whoa, look at that.
Slide it in.
It
Fling it
almost
in
looks
there.
like a donut maker.
See, there we go. So that's
look
good.
at
That's a
that.
good temp. We're gonna
Whoa.
ease some more of these babies in there. Maybe we'll do it like this.
You know,
What do you think? Use
yeah,
a
that's
tool?
probably a better
Use a tool.
way
Let's
not
use
to
a
burn
tool.
your fingers.
And there's plenty of grease in there. I failed to bring any paper towels. I'll
Uh-oh.
bet you that we can use one of these little jobbies. We'll
Probably.
use
Yeah,
yours.
use
How about
mine.
that? Yeah. And
You might, well, probably
maybe not.
flip them over.
maybe not. Do you think that's more absorbent?
Lucy's got some in the car.
Of course she does.
So she's, yes, Lucy
Yay!
is, oh, just throw that thing around. Go ahead.
Fling them in the grease.
Sling them in a
Fling
grease.
them in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is one of those
Lucy
days
is
when I
going
want
to
you
get
have
paper
the
towels out
fire
of the car.
extinguisher close by. Okay, so all of the yellow squashes are in there doing their thing.
Okay, now is there a reason you're doing the yellow squashes before the green squashes,
No.
or not doing them
No.
together?
No.
You could put them all in there together.
If they, yeah, but I'm
you
kind
have
of
room.
dangerous, and so we'll just.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure there wasn't
is
some science thing.
No science, just safety.
Okay, safe.
Yes, just safety. Let's see if
And
we can
speaking of
flip
safety,
those
we got a little
things over.
cactus here. Is this
Isn't that cute?
It's very cute.
The gardens out at the Museum of Natural History, on I think it's the second and fourth Thursdays, they have a plant sale. And I picked up a little
Oh.
six-pack of those babies and am still searching for the right containers to put them in.
They have a plant sale, did you say, second Thursday of the month? Is that
Second and fourth, I think.
second and fourth. Is that all year long?
Yes, as far as I know. You know, we can look on their website and find out. These are a little bit softer than I wanted them to be.
They look pretty
Maybe.
good, huh? Why would they
don't
be
they?
softer?
I don't know.
Probably if you had
Because-
less oil, they would be.
No, it doesn't. It's just about the squash. That's just what it does.
okay.
We're going to put a little bit of salt on these babies. We didn't salt them before, but
Is
we
that,
will
is
salt
that a
them
special
now.
kind of salt? Like,
It is.
Celtic salt
I have
or sea
dyes.
salt and Lucy. See, we could get
Yes,
Lucy
ma'am.
on camera
Very good.
delivering the paper
She
towel.
refuses to be on camera. But
No,
I'm
we didn't do it.
grateful
This is like
for
Where's
the-
Waldo if we can ever get Lucy on camera.
Grateful for the paper towels. Oh, I'm making a mess here, Luce.
What are you doing?
Hush.
Yeah, that
I'm
happens.
burning the squash and got a whole lot going on
Burning
here.
the squash, messing with the paper towels.
Yep. That's what we got
There
going
you go.
on here.
Okay,
here
so
we go.
that looks good.
These guys are ready.
They look great. They're screaming.
All right, so I'm going to get close. Get me out. Yes. All right, so we know now that our grease is a good temp.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
They
Those
look
are
really
lights,
great.
aren't they? Yeah, you know, and you can actually, if you took a mind to, fry these things without any breading on them at all. They're good to mash up for a
Look at
dip.
that. You see that? Can you get that on the...
Don't burn your lips, because those are going to be super hot.
So,
All right.
you know, they look like potato chips.
They kinda
So
do.
if you had one of these things in a potato,
Yes.
you would fry it in that just like that. Maybe not as much
Yes.
oil, I guess.
And maybe not as thick as these are.
Yeah.
I told Lucy yesterday that I was going to do sweet potato skins, and I did not. My sweet potato wasn't shaped the right way to pull that off properly. That sounds stupid and weird, but it's that's really real. Okay, so
I'm kind of having an inkling to make some potato chips.
yes, I will send you home with the little dealy do, and
No, you need to
and
do.
then
We can go
well,
get
I
a
have
deal.
another one. I don't know that you can.
Oh, really?
Necessarily. I haven't seen one on the shelf anywhere for retail sale. Get up there.
Oh.
So maybe
We
not.
don't have any potatoes, but we can get potatoes.
You can buy
Lucy won't eat a
potatoes by the
potato
onesie.
I could cook it in olive oil.
Maybe.
Maybe it'd be too hot. It might burn the olive oil.
Well, you should find out. You should try it, and then you will
Experiment.
know. Yeah. Come out of there.
Experiment.
Experimente. Okay. Much better.
There we go. Look at that.
All right. And our zucchinis are looking good.
Zucchini.
That is awesome.
Look at that. So, the pretty colors, the green and the yellow. Don't
Yes.
burn yourself
And
now.
so once we pop these babies out of here,
Yeah.
we are going to put the this cube steak in. So
Ooh,
let's.
that'll go.
Yeah, well, maybe.
You're cutting the cube steak.
Yes, steak the fingers.
Steak
so we're going to
fingers.
make these smaller.
Careful with your
Not
fingers.
our fingers. Yes, we like our fingers intact. Just the
And this is
way
just ground-
they started.
ground-
This is chopped
Chopped
steak.
steak.
This is probably top sirloin,
Okay.
and the butcher. What is that thing called?
Did you get it from the butcher? Did you...
I got it out of the case.
Okay. Cool.
I'll think of jacquard. You can use a jacquarding machine to make the chopped steak.
What does that do?
It chops it
Oh.
without.
Do many people have one of those in
chopping
their
it.
house?
Yeah, those are readily available.
Is that thing my mother used to have that would crank the? What is?
No.
No.
No, it's a thing that you're going to press down, and it's got a bunch of spikes in it, and it puts holes in the meat.
Oh. Okay.
Jacquarder.
I think I saw one of those in the Tower of London.
I I'd say that would be a good torture device. No doubt about that.
So what was the thing my mother had that
thinking.
she would stick meat in and it would grind it up? I guess
It
that
would
was
be a grinder.
A grinder. It would
Yeah,
just grind for
cleverly
ground.
labeled,
For
yes.
ground.
For ground, yes.
Yeah.
And
We would grind.
you know,
That's interesting.
they have those attachments now that you can put on your KitchenAid mixer.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we're not salting and peppering until after we cook these guys.
Gotcha. And it's important to make sure that if you're not going to have two pans for your breading, that you do the vegetables first. before the meat.
I think that it is,
Because
and
contamination would be a thing.
well, we want to avoid cross-contamination for sure. I'm not really certain that would be a big fat hairy deal unless we wanted to try and use this again.
Well, we're going to take another break while the meat is frying, and we'll be right back here on Rise and Shine of an Odyssey Wednesday.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
Looking for unbeatable deals? Look no further than Shop 24, your go spot for incredible discounts and savings. From local dining and entertainment to grocery stores and everything you need, we've got deals you won't find anywhere else. But hurry, these hot deals are limited and going fast. Grab your phone and call now. Don't let these savings slip away. Join me, Kip Chapel, on Shop 24 every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in to save big with Shop 24.
Some say college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
May not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models, you got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
You need strength, resilience, and hope to face life's challenges. And I found all three at Gaston State Community College. I'm Jada Pickens, an Office Administration student at Gaston State's Ayers campus in Anniston. Along with attending classes, I work full-time. Life is very demanding. There is a real sense of support at Gaston State. The faculty and staff care about us as individuals and want us to thrive in the classroom and in life. Thank you, Gaston State, for giving me the wings to fly to new, unexpected heights.
What ho, and welcome back to Rise and Shine of an Odyssey Wednesday. Woo-hoo. We have been frying up our hamburger. And
Chopsteak.
You know,
It's
okay.
different.
It's different.
It is different.
What is the
There are
difference?
two. Well, the ground is ground, and this is just
So is that
kind
the only
of,
difference? Is it's chopped versus ground?
Well,
So hamburger.
see, you can't do this with a hamburger with hamburger meat very successfully. You can't deep fry it like that very successfully. Nothing in the meat that they start with.
Okay. But just it's ground versus chopped. Gotcha.
Yes.
So
yes.
the chop
this
holds
is not,
together better.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So very good.
Get those babies over here also.
Put them there.
There you go.
And now we have our.
Straighten that up a little bit.
Oh,
so it's
we got to
not
make it look pretty. Look at it on camera.
Pretty is
the
important.
colors are brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you. We do try to make that nice.
I mean,
and
it
so,
looks more brilliant on the TV than it does in live.
Cool.
That's
we
pretty-
like that, enhancing our colors. And so that's a nice, and that didn't take us any time at all to do.
No, see, we can even put these.
Yes, decorate with those as well.
This looks very fall-like. We're getting into the
Good.
fall.
Good, good. It is.
Look at that. That's really
the season. And speaking of the season of fall,
Yes.
we have greens started out at the Shipman Chateau Farm
Greens?
Garden. Yes. We have got collard, turnip, and curly mustard greens. I planted spinach. I don't think that's going to work out. Romaine lettuce and black seeded Simpson lettuce.
Not him.
Growing, yes, him. And so it's time for the fall veggies to start coming in, and looking forward to that.
Time for fall festivals. Everything's starting.
Yes,
up.
yes.
Are the farmers markets still going?
The Jacksonville Farmers Market runs until October the 26th.
Okay.
And then I hear tell that there are some additional markets in November and December, holiday type markets. There's all kind of,
There's a lot of stuff
craft
going on.
fairs and stuff happening, yes, over the next little bit. And
We've got in Huntsville this Saturday is the Rocket City Highland Games.
excellent.
If you're
That sounds fun.
Celtics, and yeah, so the Northeast Alabama Memorial Pipe and Drum Band that I get to participate with.
Yay.
We're playing the bagpipes up there.
Excellent.
And then 2 weeks later, we're at Stone Mountain competing in the
Wow.
Highland Games, yeah.
So what's the date in Huntsville?
This Saturday, what is that, the 5th in Huntsville?
Okay.
And then 2 weeks later, 2 Saturdays later in Stone Mountain.
Wonderful.
They're having the Highland Games. So you got Highland Games all over the place. We got farmers markets and fall markets, and the season has begun. The weather is cooling off, right? A little bit.
Nice. It is. It is cooling off.
And so, we're still in hurricane season. Bless those folks.
Oh
in
my goodness.
Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina.
Devastating. Just devastating.
Yeah, I've been
floods.
seeing some of those pictures, and I've got some law enforcement friends that are up there serving and helping folks out.
It's horrific.
It is horrific. The death toll is like 138 now.
And those are just confirmed. There's still a bunch of people missing.
Okay. 160. 161. 161.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow.
Sparky.
161 people, and most of those in the Carolinas, right? I mean, that's some in Florida and
So much water.
Asheville, yeah, and so much water, and it was a hurricane that came inland and stayed strong. And so we got another one that has the potential to churn up in the Gulf. Nobody knows how that's going to churn up. They're not
I wonder
predicting
about
it yet.
the Biltmore.
The Biltmore house itself, I think, but the town, there's a town that's got just devastated by that, yeah. So what are you doing? You're eating the orange?
I am eating the orange that didn't turn out beautiful.
Oh, well, okay. Well, our viewers are happy to see that.
Yes.
So, we've got...
Why not? This is an eating show. We
This
don't
is an
cook,
eating
we
show.
eat.
What are we going to eat?
Hey, Courtney. I'm sorry you're missing this.
Yeah, Courtney is busy. She's a busy gal.
She is a busy gal.
She's got that show. This is the last
Right.
weekend for Courtney's show.
It is, and the matinee on Sunday is where my happy self is going
Beehive.
to be. Beehive, yes.
Beehive, which is...
So cute.
It was. Lucia and I and Danielle saw it
Yes,
last
part
Friday,
of the
the
pod.
opening night.
I didn't
Part of the pod.
make
We
it
missed
in.
you. We
Thank
missed
you.
And
I had certainly intended to be there, and it just didn't work out.
it got a little rowdy. So if you had been there, it would have been more rowdy.
Yes, exponentially rowdy.
We did go to. We went to a really. If you're in Gadsden on I guess any evening, but there's downtown Gadsden on Friday. They have a Friday night.
Yes.
I think that's a monthly thing. But any Friday night in downtown Gadsden, they've got wonderful restaurants. And we went to this little coffee shop. Can't remember what it was called.
That's a good.
It's the only coffee shop.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, it's the only coffee shop on
Main Street.
Main Street in Gadsden, whatever that street's called. Yeah.
I would call it Main Street.
I think they call it something. Anyway.
6th Street.
No, I don't know. Broad Street.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that down there.
The major street that runs.
The major street down that's got all the restaurants and bars, and they have this coffee shop, and it was great. And
did you guys eat something while you were there, or just have
not at the
expensive beverages?
We just had some. We had some coffee. I had. What did I have? It was London Fog.
Okay.
Which was a Earl Grey tea with cream and something else. No, it didn't have any Baileys in it. That was something else.
Okay.
But anyway.
Nice.
Then there was the, no, was it? It was a London Fog, was the tea with espresso.
Oh my goodness. That
I don't know, but that is a thing.
That sounds very interesting. Well, today is the Chamber Ambassadors monthly meeting,
Oh,
and
that's you and Lucy.
Expect that we will be finalizing some plans for the Member Appreciation Day, which is on November the 8th instead of November the 1st now.
Because?
I believe. I don't know because.
Okay.
I think that is a truism, however. And yesterday, day before, was the grand opening of the new location of Angel Cakes Bakery and Diner.
Yeah.
And they are in the old Pizza Hut building over on Blue Mountain Road. And they have painted it up all nice and pastel-y.
Across from the old bowling alley.
Yes. And the place is just great on the inside, and the menu is expansive. And so I certainly encourage anyone to go there if you haven't had their food before,
now,
and obviously
bakery
see their
or a
new place.
restaurant?
Yes, and yes.
Oh, really?
And they make ice cream. They make their own ice cream. Let's eat something.
Let's eat.
They
Let's
make
eat.
their own ice cream, which I think is lovely.
And this is on Blue Mountain Road, right across from the old bowling alley and the old Pizza Hut building.
Yes.
Okay. How exciting.
Yes, indeed. Okay.
Oh,
We're going to take a break
We're gonna take a
first,
break.
and then we're going to eat.
Yes, break and then eat.
We may snack in between. You're watching WEAC TV 24 Morning Show, Oven Odyssey Wednesday.
You did that so
Some say
well.
college isn't for single parents or people who work full-time. I'm here to prove them wrong. I'm a first-generation American, the father of Dion, and a non-traditional student at Gadsden State Community College. As a sergeant in the Army National Guard, I've watched soldiers with degrees progress faster in their careers. So today, I'm in school, involved in the Veterans Upward Bound program, and excited to see what's in store for my career. I truly am earning my wings at Gadsden State.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor Difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Okay, do it again.
Do what again?
The WEAC
We're back on the
TV back there.
WEAC TV 24 morning show of an Odyssey Wednesday, and we're back, and we're going to put a little bit of this sauce on my plate.
Oh.
And then we're going to put a little of this sauce on John's plate. See, we're not sure we're going to like this, so we're just going with a small dip to start with. Okay.
Now,
I'm starting with the meat.
Starting with the meat.
I am.
All right. Well, we'll start with the meat.
Looks a little overcooked.
Well, there's
to
nothing wrong with that.
That's good, actually.
Hang on, we gotta tear it apart here. because we don't have
After
a little
all,
knife.
we are metasauruses.
I'm going to use my little knife here.
The dip is pretty good. The amount of salt is perfect, John.
Yeah?
Sometimes this chopped steak has things in it.
Oh my, that's very
Isn't that
good.
nice?
Now, tell us again what was in this sauce.
2 tablespoons of sour cream, a teaspoon of mustard, a drizzle or 2, probably a teaspoon of honey, and 1/4 teaspoon of horseradish. And
That is amazing. Lucy, you should try this.
And it's really simple.
It's gluten-free.
Lucy doesn't care for, doesn't eat
She doesn't eat.
sour cream. She does eat. I've seen her eat.
She does.
She does.
She eats quite a bit.
I was going to do
But
something with
healthy.
avocado
She eats very healthy
today.
things. You were going to do avocado?
I was going to do something with an avocado today.
Lucy loves
to
avocado.
feed. I know. I found that out last time. Anyway.
You ate all the avocado? You can have all the avocados you want. I'm not an avocado person.
I like it when they're mashed up into guacamole. The sauce is nice.
Sauce is very nice.
Yeah, the squash is kind of not as crisp as I would hope.
How would you make it crisper? What would you do?
Fry it longer, cook more of the juice out of it, and make it thinner. Slice it thinner and cook it longer.
Do you think that the amount of liquid in the pan had something to do with that or no?
Has to do with the amount of liquid in the vegetable.
In the vegetable, okay.
So if we, and thank you to all of the lounge patrons at the Landing Restaurant in Tuscaloosa, Alabama in the 70s and early 80s and early 90s for the steak fingers. Thank you very much.
That's amazing.
I ate off your plate.
Is that right? Proving once again that you just never know what goes on between
You don't, so be
the
nice.
kitchen and your table.
You don't know
Always
what's
be
going
nice
on
to
in
your
the back
servers.
bar either. You don't know. You do
And
not
tip
know.
your servers well, because if you're going to frequent that restaurant, they're going to remember you.
And that's how they make their living. You know, if it, even if you're not served well, you need to leave a tip because they're not making very much hourly wage. And, you know, if you've got some kind of critique of their services, tell them. My granny taught me, my first waitress position was at Shoney's on McFarland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa. 16, yeah, I was 16. That was a million years ago. And my granny came in for me to wait on her, and I had served her coffee like this, holding the coffee cup like this, and Granny's like, hold it by the handle. You don't want your fingers where people are going to put their lips. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks,
sense,
Gran.
yeah.
Granny knew a lot of stuff, and we liked the Granny collection.
Granny's legacy lives
cookware.
on in her,
Indeed.
in her pan.
It also lives on in her cookie press. I'll have to bring the cookie press down here. And, you know, I said that we were going to demonstrate a new piece of equipment that I have, and we haven't done that yet. So.
And what is this new piece of equipment?
It's an Emerald Lagasse appliance that is an air fryer, a convection baker.
Oh, this is the Easy Bake Oven
thing. Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yes, and so I haven't done that yet, and I really need to bring that and do that on the air.
Yeah, we can do that
like
on the air.
out of the box and see how it really works.
Have you used it yet?
I have not. It's still in the box.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So we will do the first run live TV because why not? You know, why not?
It makes good television.
It makes good television, and we'll just keep the fire extinguisher close by.
Jeffrey's got a fire extinguisher somewhere.
Okay, he knows exactly where it is.
Look, he pointed to it.
That's excellent.
It's a little far away for us. Not sure I think you'll just keep going out the door.
Yeah, right. Don't stop at the fire extinguisher. By the way, I washed these before today.
Washed them, do what?
Washed.
Oh, washed them.
I washed them last night. because squash is grown in such a way that it ends up with a lot of dirt left on it. Even if they have washed it, you need to take your squash and actually, do a scrubbing motion on it, or you're going to end up with grit in your food. And I am not a fan of grit in my food. That's something that you really have to do with greens as well, because they are growing right on the ground, and they're going to get dirt in them, especially if it rains, and you need it to rain to grow the greens, and on and on and on. And so washing the greens is important. That was another granny thing. My granny and grandpa had a farm, and as I was growing up, we spent time on the farm and out in the field and processing vegetables, and so I learned an awful lot about that then.
Lots of vitamin D being outside.
Lots of vitamin D, which is going to slack off for us now that we're moving into the months
fall,
where there's less sunshine.
Days are getting shorter, so bulk up on your vitamin D.
Absolutely.
You can get those supplements at the store.
And milk is usually fortified with vitamin D as well.
It is, unless you're lactose intolerant.
That's a problem.
It is a problem.
But they do come in pill form, and that's a good thing.
They do. You take lots of supplements. Lots
and you can, and that's good for some people, not so good for other people.
Do you know, speaking of supplements, Lucy's father, many decades ago, was one of the pioneers in vitamins. He had a vitamin business.
Really?
Yeah. Along with he was the inventor.
That's not why.
He was the inventor of the what was that? Party time cocktail mixes. He invented the portable cocktail mix.
Outstanding.
That was Lucy's father. Did that, sold it to Smirnoff. But that was
cool. Yes.
No, who do you sell it to? Not sure. It was an S company, I think.
Right. I worked with a guy whose last
Seagrams. So those portable Seagrams that you can buy in the stores.
Very good.
All came from
yes,
Jamie McPherson. James McPherson.
I worked with a guy at the Landing Restaurant in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Roll Tide, and his
That's
last
a long name to get that on the.
It's a lot, yeah. His last name was Lister.
Lister.
And he claimed that his grandfather was
Mr. Lister.
Mr. Lister, the inventor of Listerine.
Really?
And I didn't ever question Mr. Lister about that. He was not hard to look at.
I didn't know there was
that one.
He was not hard to look at. Okay. Did he come to the whatever the name of that restaurant was and get your steak fingers?
The Landing Restaurant. He worked at the Landing Restaurant.
He worked at the Landing Restaurant.
Yeah.
So he stole other people's steak fingers.
It was likely, yes.
Okay.
Yes, very likely. Yeah. The waiters were, the female servers weren't as commonly taking food off of the customers' plates while it was up in the window, but the guys did that on a pretty regular.
Did they? Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Back to tipping your folks, which is always nice.
That's important. Yeah. So next week, that's what we'll do. I'll bring that thing.
Yeah, the Easy Bake Oven.
And we will take it from box to table, and I'll bring a heavy-duty extension cord in case we need that for electricity, and we will test drive that bad boy.
We've got a big cord back there.
We will test drive that puppy and see if it does all of the things that it says that it does, because that's pretty versatile to be able to accomplish all of those things. It's got a rotisserie in it also, and it's not really very big.
Really? So we're going to do all the things that it does?
We're going to do as many as we can. Doesn't that sound like
rotisserie chicken?
We're not going to rotisserie because that'll probably take too long. But we will do the other things, and yes, and we will critique Emerald's.
Are we going to make cupcakes?
Dealy do. We could make cupcakes. Yes, indeed. Very simply, we will bake something. We will air fry something. We will broil something. We will grill. I don't know if it does all of those things, but
I don't know if it grills.
We'll try and make it do everything that it claims it does, and we could do something rotisserie, not a whole chicken, but we could put something else on the rotisserie and see how that works. We could do a squash.
Rotisserie squash.
We could, absolutely.
I don't know what that would be.
Eggplant is pretty nicely done like that.
Really?
You cook the eggplant on a rotisserie instead of in a pan, and then you take the skin off of the eggplant, and you could smash it up and put some tahini in it and call it tabbouleh.
What is tahini?
Not tabbouleh. It's ground sesame seeds. Okay. Yeah, and it puts a thickness in. It's in hummus, for instance. Yes. Do we like hummus?
Do we like hummus? Lucy
no hummus.
Okay. I'm not a hummus person either. It's the texture of the hummus that I'm not a fan of. Yeah, you can't eat it.
What?
Lucy eats
What's wrong
healthy.
with the? She does.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's the texture for me. There's something about it.
Like
It
me
may
and
be
Jello, I don't care for Jello because
But
of the
I do
texture.
love Jello. But yeah, it's something like that. Lucy's all about the
For your
inflammation.
inflammation.
For my inflammation, yes. For your inflammation.
Okay.
Yeah, so inflammation is a thing, by the way.
It is.
Most of our foods can be inflammatory.
Some of them can be.
Some of them can
I
be.
discovered, I didn't
Did you
really
stick a flag in
discover
it when
Listen,
you did it?
I was introduced to a group of foods that are called nightshades.
Oh, nightshades. We've heard a lot about nightshades.
Some people are doing no nightshades.
Yeah, Lucy says no nightshades.
And it's interesting the different vegetables that fall into the nightshade category because they're very diverse. It's not like it's all potatoes or all tomatoes or something like that. Well, it is potatoes and tomatoes and eggplant. I think I had to look that up. And to see what those, and the reason that I know this is because the retreat that I am cooking for, Danielle's Sound Embrace retreat, which is at Bohemia, not Bohemia, Bohemia in Talladega.
Right. Bohemia.
And a couple of the people that are attending are doing the no nightshade thing.
Huh.
Yes, and one of them has got a dairy thing going. I'm like, well, what the hell am I going to cook then? You know? So
what are you
we're going to
cook?
figure that out. And
yeah, it's high inflammation from the nightshade.
High inflammation.
But what technically, how do you, without looking up, okay, I'm going to buy something, is it a nightshade? Is there a rule of thumb that makes something a nightshade?
No.
Well, how, okay. They just made up a word and said we're just going to throw in all these fruits and vegetables?
I don't know.
They measure your inflammation level before and after taking.
Okay, measure your inflammation level
these-
before and after eating this nightshade vegetable. I was calling them lampshades.
Because tomatoes are a fruit.
Right, is a fruit, right?
Melons is a fruit. Melons are high in. Interesting. Okay.
Yes, and so it's going to be an interesting cooking.
So how do you know if you have high inflammation? Well, one of the indicators of higher inflammation is cholesterol, right, Lucy? If you have high cholesterol, that's a symptom of inflammation, right? Pain.
Pain is a good,
arthritis is another
very obvious symptom of inflammation.
So if you take any anti-inflammatory stuff like Tylenol or aspirin or something, then you could change your diet and may come off of it.
Okay, yes, and changing one's diet involves taking something away and seeing how you feel, and or adding something back and seeing how that works for you. So it's a process, and it's
or you could do all of the research that Lucy has done.
Very diligent. Well, you know, the research is based on you personally.
Yes, she's an experiment.
Yes, because some people, you know, may be affected by one thing in the nightshade family, and other people not, or the nut thing. I worked with a young lady.
You worked with a nut?
I did. I've worked with a lot.
You're still working with a nut.
But I worked with a woman that had a nut allergy, and she finally discovered that it wasn't all nuts that she was allergic to. It was just certain nuts that she was allergic to, and it was like this huge epiphany and an opening of a door for her to be able to eat some nuts. And so, you know, again, that's like a test drive and do the process of elimination to figure out what's causing the problem. I trashed the tablecloth today.
You did. You made a mess.
I did.
You made an absolute mess.
I made an absolute mess.
But that's okay. That's what you. If you're cooking, you're making a mess.
It happens. Look how clean your area is.
My area, because I didn't do anything but talk.
And
eat.
did it? Oh, so when eating is so important.
I got to look at the cactus.
Deal if
that you can get
if it's not good.
2 Thursdays a month. Is that what you said?
At the Botanical Gardens,
Aniston Botanical Garden Museum and Botanical Gardens complex.
Yes, and that's way back in the back area.
Look at that. See,
and they're just so cute. And finding a little tiny dish for it to go in, it is super easy. And that one's got a bonus succulent in it. See that little thing over there in the corner?
Yeah, a little bonus succulent.
Yep, got a little bonus. So I have there were 6 of those together, and I have broken them out, and they're just happy all around the house. It's nice to have something that maybe
that is nice
will live. I haven't been very good with my plants lately.
Well,
but that's okay.
These are
I have new
sturdy
ones.
plants.
They are sturdy plants, which is extremely important in my world.
Okay.
Extremely important.
Well, so we've had our.
And it was pretty good, huh?
It was very good.
Okay,
And
good.
the crew will be able to participate
yes,
in this.
indeed. We will have some for everybody
careful,
else.
Jeffrey.
Right. And so next week we will test drive
the Easy Bake Oven.
The Easy Bake Oven, and we will make something sweet and something savory and something savory, and 3 things is probably enough for us to try to accomplish. Yeah.
And that'll be exciting.
Okay, it will. It'll be fun.
And remember all the good things that are going on this weekend. We got
Jacksonville Farmers Market.
We've got Highland Games in Huntsville. And
Very good.
there's fall festivals just coming up everywhere. I think the museum has something special going on this weekend.
Yes.
So there's no reason to be bored.
That's your own fault if you're bored over the weekend. Yes, there's probably some football games too.
Oh, there's lots of football games.
Roll Tide.
And you can use this for your football.
It's a good snackage. Good snackage for the game.
For
yes,
Saturday's
indeed.
Game. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here at WEAC TV 24 morning show, Oven Odyssey Wednesday.